and welcome back to the Mindful Model Maker. Now what I'm doing today, and something I didn't really plan, is over the weekend my son presented me with a card model, which basically I think as if it wasn't sold, it was destined for the bin. Now I'll show you this. You can look along at this model and you can see it's all made of card. There's some brass bits on it, handles and various bits and pieces, but other than that it's primarily all made of card. Now it was in quite a state. The actual roof, I'll get the roof up here, I've taken that off. So this is the roof, and it's got the details again, all the bits on there, the vents and everything are all made of card. So that went on there like that. It wasn't torn like that, that's me getting it off, but I needed to get it off because I want to save this coach. I want to reinforce it and I want to run it on the railway, because I think it's just too good. Somebody has put hours into this, so I just want to. So underneath you can see, now these are the bogies that are on it. Now these are all made of card, the whole thing, the wheels, everything. The only bit that isn't is there's a piece of doweling for the axles, but that it's even got detail on the axle boxes on the side. So I mean that is just a really nice thing. It's got some rivet detail down the side there. The wheels, axle boxes, yeah, the whole thing is there. So that was just, it was raised up a bit and it was glued on like that. What I'm going to do is use two bogies that I've got for another coach, and I'll just make it that you can take them off, because probably the two coaches wouldn't run together because one's quite modern and one is this. This is like a Welsh. It's got on there Southern Railways and it's 6991. So it's a little bit, you know, it's got like an observation car on one end. You've got the ducats up this end, which is where the guard would sit. There's some kind of a tank cylinder on the side. You've got a vacuum hose there. I've taken the spring type coupling it had on there off because I will convert it over to run on the couplings with like a free link, like I do with all my other bits of narrow gauge stuff. So this will run on that, and of course it'll be 45mm, so I can even run it with the gauge 1 stuff as well, so it blends in. The running boards on there again, they're all card. There's kind of like pin things down, I'm not quite sure what they are, and there's like little metal bits, but I think they're just they're just the handles poking through. It's been well glazed, most of the glazing is good. There's little bits where it's distorted. I might just run something along just to straighten it up, but there's not too much work for me to do. I will try and touch the colour in. It looks very much like the Humbrol green that I've got, a dark green. I think I will probably have a paint that will do that. I don't really want to add too much to it to change it because it's nice as it is. I will go around and pick off some of this where I've taken the roof off, but I think you'll agree with the detail that's on this. It's just very nice. Somebody really has taken the time to do it. So on this end you can see there you've got the two ducats for the guard to sit. That's so he can look along the train without hanging his head out, or she, but I think in these days it was mainly male anyway. There are steps there for climbing up again. So yeah, it's all pretty good, and I think worth saving. So I'm going to save this to run on my narrow gauge railway, and I do like these. the actual bogies that are made for it as well. So what I'm going to do first is, there is a kind of a big bulge in the floor. Now I don't really want to upset that by pressing it all flat, so I think what I'm actually going to do is make another thin floor to go on top of that to reinforce that. I mean, this is good. I mean, how they've done it is quite simple. They're just all overlays. So you've got the back, and then where all the framing is, even the little bits on there, must be little tiny bits of wire, I think, are where the hinges are on the coach doors. So yeah, I mean, this must have taken hours and the skill to make that. I mean, even if you were making this as a plastic kit, it would take quite a while. But you know, this has been scratch built in card, and well, even if you never run it and just do it all up and have it as an ornament on the shelf, I think it's just too good to get rid of. So my aim is to save this from the bin, and let the vice go out of that. That's it. Save this from the bin and run it again as a part of my railway, and I don't see as there's any reason why I can't do that. So that is a project that I'm going to start working on now. Yeah, I think there's lots. I've ordered some bits to go on the top. One or two bits I will try and replicate myself, because I have had, if you look at some of my videos, I have had a go at some card modelling in the past with various different card kits. But yeah, so that went on there. So I will probably get either a very thin piece of wood to go across, or I might just do it in a very thin sheet of plastic and make the roof as a piece like that, which will make it a lot stronger. There's just a little bit here where it bends in a little, but I might just put something along to just reinforce that, to straighten it up. And there's a little bit of the running board that needs, but it doesn't need a lot of work to make it too different. I don't want to lose the craftsmanship of the original builder of this by me adding bits to kind of mess it up. But yeah, I think all in all it's a lovely model, and it is definitely worth saving this from the bin. I think you will agree on that. But yeah, I can't wait to see it running on the railway, and hopefully not too long. I know I've got lots of other projects, but this is a nice coach running on the railway. They look really good. So that's something that I picked up at the weekend, and something that I'm going to now be working on and off amongst the other bits and pieces. But I've got various bits of card, I've got various bits of plastic sheet that I can just reinforce bits, get them all back to where they should be, and then carry on getting the model back to its original state. So anyway, there we are. Thank you for watching, and if you like this channel, please subscribe. If you hit the bell button, that will also tell you any updates that are coming up of different projects that I'm working on, or just updates on this coach, if you want to follow it through to actually seeing it running around the track, which hopefully won't be too long. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.